Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I help people with social anxiety to build confidence and thrive in life. I've just come back from a couple of coaching sessions today. I had one in the morning, one in the afternoon, two different guys that I'm coaching and helping them to open up more and build a positive lifestyle. Really, really enjoyed both of the sessions and decided that I do a live stream Q&A so that people can come on and ask questions on how to build confidence and live a disciplined lifestyle. Let me see here. Just making sure that the chat settings are on. Cool. Should be able to see people asking questions now. So the first session, the first guy that I'm coaching, Gregory, he's a lovely guy, and basically he has several different fears when it comes to socializing. One of them is a fear of initiating. So if somebody starts a conversation with him and they feed him positive energy, he can open up and carry the conversation. But he's not the type to make the first move or lead interactions. And also Gregory has fears of speaking in social groups. So he does speak, but he wants to speak more frequently and feel more open and more connected to others. So Gregory is doing a bespoke coaching program with me, which is a mixture of one-to-one coaching sessions and also coaching sessions where I take him to events such as networking events on meetup.com, and I help him push his comfort zone and speak to people in the group and build that confidence up. So today with Gregory was a social, and basically I found this social taking place on Eventbrite, a coffee social, and took Gregory to this, and I got him to make sure that he spoke to every single different person within the group, and I was coaching him throughout the social and getting him to have more open body language, make eye contact with people in the group, listen properly, and make sure that he was getting involved and trusting that what he has to say is enough. Something which I learned from doing improv comedy is that your normal and ordinary is somebody else's genius. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So often, if you're an introverted person who's shy and quiet, you might compare yourself to other people in a social group. And you might think, hey, how come this person is so funny? They think of things to say that I could never think of to say. How come this person's so well read? They're so intelligent, have so much knowledge. I don't have that much knowledge. This person's really sporty, in great shape. I'm not in shape like this person is. And the shy and quiet person is so introspective. They often see the strengths in other people, but they don't see their own strengths. But the truth is that everybody thinks differently, and the way that you're reading the situation and responding is not the same as the way that everybody else is. And in the same way that you might be intimidated by what they have to say, they will also be a bit intimidated and impressed by what you have to say. What's normal and ordinary to you is viewed as genius to them because they would never think of the things to say that you're saying. So I'm trying to get Gregory to lower that bar we all have where we say, is this thing good enough to say out loud? And if we think it's above the bar, we say it. If it doesn't quite make that bar, we choose not to say it. And some people have this bar that's so crazy high that they're filtering themselves and never speaking. But when you lower that bar and get more comfortable, it's easier to speak more and more freely. And by getting Gregory to lower this bar and to have more open body language and face his fear of being really honest, I'm really helping him to feel more comfortable speaking to new people, to feel more connected to new people. And the more that he continues with this process, the more confident he's going to get. And I believe that he'll get to the stage where he's as confident with these strangers as people that he's been friends with for a long time. So I'm enjoying coaching Gregory, and actually I'm coaching him tomorrow as well. And tomorrow's a 1-to-1 session, and I'm going to help him sort his weekly routine out, make sure that he's living a positive lifestyle. So he is going to the gym, which is great, but I'm hoping to get him to go more frequently. Rather than going once a week, go at least 3 times. I'm going to get him to go to other meetups and other socials to keep on growing, build that momentum, and keep the ball rolling. So after coaching Gregory, I then coached another client, Liam. Really, really, really nice guy. And Liam has been making amazing progress. Really, really lightning fast progress. And the reason is because Liam is 100% committed. He's not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He's got to the stage where he's hit a breaking point in life and he just wants to change things. He wants to change things and commit to living a better life. And because of this, he's really going for it, and I'm helping him, and he's making brilliant progress. I gave him some accountability after our last session, which was around 3 weeks ago, and he's hit every single point that I gave him. So he's started to implement time boundaries when he goes to visit his parents. So one of the problems that Liam was having was he would go to visit his parents on a Friday and he would end up overstaying. He'd go with the intention of staying for a couple of hours. Then he'd be offered dinner, and he'd stay for dinner and stay to watch some TV afterwards. And even though he loves his parents, just like I love my parents, some people's parents can be very, very negative and draining and spend a lot of time complaining, and it can really wear you down. And Liam was getting worn down by these really long visits where his parents would complain a lot. They'd talk about the news, politics in a really, really negative way. And he'd come away feeling drained, tired, and beaten up. So what he's doing now is staying for a couple of hours and making his excuses. So, for example, he'll say that I can only stay for 2 hours tonight because I've got to sort out a house job later on this evening, and he'll go after a few hours. So he's getting better with his time boundaries. He's starting to cut people off that aren't right for him. So not every person in life is on the same journey as you. They're not changing and growing in the same way that you might be. And other people might want to just stay the same. And you have to cut off people that aren't right for you and get yourself around uplifting people to keep moving forwards in life. And Liam has an uplifting friend and also a friend that's not a bad person, but probably not the right person for him to be spending lots of time with. Because Liam stopped drinking and this other guy's into drinking, and this other guy's quite negative and complains a lot as well. But he's got another friend who's the opposite, who's into personal development, self-help, and he's really growing as a person as well. So Liam has been getting better with his boundaries with people. Liam has also been getting more confident as well. So he has different fears at work, and I've been getting him to overcome his fears and be more honest with people, work colleagues, his line manager, call these fears out So he works at a factory, and he's afraid of being moved from one line to another, and he never knows where he's going to be or if he's going to have to get moved. So he's constantly paranoid and afraid of being moved at the place where he works. So I suggested to him that he have a conversation with his line manager and just say to his line manager that he's a bit afraid of being moved, and just wanted to know if I'm likely to be moved or not. And this really helped him because he had to call that fear off his chest, and this has helped him to get on better with his line manager. And he now knows that if he's going to get moved, he's going to get a heads up in advance. So he's less stressed out at work. Really, really, really good signs. And I've also got Liam to join a gym. So he joined the gym last week. And he's going to start off going to the gym. Start off once a week and build it up to 3 times, 4 times. And he's also going to start going running in the mornings and eating a healthier diet. So basically, I'm teaching Liam my personal routine, which keeps me on top of things in my life. Because as a coach, you have to lead by example. You have to be making progress in your own life, being productive, but not burning out, and also looking after your mental health. So I taught Liam the exact routine that I have that works. So he's starting to adopt this routine and apply it. And basically, half an hour of running in the morning, spending time doing your admin for the day in one go, doing your work and really going for it, meditating, and spending that me time, that relaxation time as well. And every single week going to 1 to 2 socials. This overall balance, combined with eating a healthy diet, does wonders for your confidence and self-esteem. A lot of people don't realize that cardio improves your confidence. They think it just improves your health and fitness, but cardio is massive for mental health and confidence. For me personally, makes a massive difference. Me going running, going on the bikes at the gym, makes a huge difference to how I feel and how I operate. And even Tyson Fury, so he trains twice a day, Spartan style, and he was asked why he trains twice a day, what this does for him, and he said that it makes him work better. It's good for his mental health. Without those 2 training sessions, his mental health would start to decline. So training is the best medication that Tyson's found against anxiety, stress, and mental health declines. And obviously Tyson has all the money in the world to invest in coaches and figure out what the truth is when it comes to looking after your own mental health. And he's not found a better answer than exercising and dieting. So looking after yourself by exercising and having a healthy diet does wonders for your self-esteem. And also, when you get your resting heart rate down, you're going to be a hell of a lot less stressed, a lot calmer. You'll be able to handle more without burning out as well. And to go a little bit further, you want to be getting enough sleep as well. As obvious and simple as that sounds, when you sleep for longer, your resting heart rate and levels of stress also go down. And I remember when I used to have a Fitbit sports watch and I was tracking my heart rate, and whenever I slept for longer, say 8 hours, 9 hours, rather than 6 hours, the difference in my resting heart rate was significant. So longer sleeps help you manage stress as well. So when it comes to me coaching somebody and helping them get more confident, I'm focused on a couple of different things. The first thing is getting the client to open up with me, with themselves, and with other key people in the client's life, whether it be parents, work colleagues, friends, other family members, etc. So opening up is one part of the coaching. And I also help people to build a positive lifestyle. So I help people find that motivation and inner strength to overcome the inner resistance that we all have to exercising, eating healthy, facing our fears, and growing as people. The inner resistance that talks you out of doing things which you know are going to change your life. So, for example, if I said to you, how about you go for a run tomorrow morning and have a really, really healthy day of eating? There might be some inner resistance that comes up. You might think, tomorrow, I'm really not in the mood to go running. I don't feel like it. It might rain tomorrow. What if the weather's bad? I'd much rather stay in, eat Cheetos, and watch Netflix. So there'll be an inner resistance. When you overcome that inner resistance and you go for the run, during the run, it's never that bad. Sure, there's a level of pain because you're pushing yourself to keep on going, but it's not that bad. And then after the run, you feel glad that you've been on a run. So there's that pattern where there's nervous anticipation. You're not in the mood, you don't feel like it. Then you exercise, it's never that bad, and then you feel glad that you exercised afterwards. It's the same inner resistance when it comes to tidying your room. I'm gonna give mine a tidy later. I've kept on top of it quite well, and I always do a proper tidy at weekends where I vacuum, dust, and get it looking really, really nice. There's the same pattern of resistance where you don't feel like it, you're not in the mood. It's like, I don't want to take care of that right now. Don't feel like dealing with it today. Might put it off until tomorrow. But then when you actually do it, the process isn't that bad and you feel uplifted afterwards. It's the exact same pattern when you go to a social or event that you're afraid of going to. Beforehand, fear tries to talk you out of going. You don't feel like going, and you'll make excuses. I can't go tonight. It's getting late now. I'm a bit tired. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it. I'm not at my best today. If it was another day, if it was in a week from now, I probably would go then, but not right now. So the excuses kick in, but then you find a way to win that battle and you go. It's not that bad. You come away glad that you've gone and you've grown as a result. So it's that constant battle, you versus yourself, that inner battle. And the discipline routine, the weekly routine that helps you thrive, involves regularly facing and overcoming that inner resistance. The inner resistance to waking up a bit earlier and going running every single morning. The inner resistance to not having the junk food, the instant gratification type food, the pastries, the pies, the burgers, the pizza, the cakes. It's that inner resistance to not have those things, and that builds the discipline. It builds the character. And if you're keeping on top of your room and organizing your schedule, you're also beating that inner resistance. Same when it comes to going to 1 to 2 socials or networking events every single week. You're constantly showing up. You're constantly winning that battle of you versus yourself. And when you can see yourself winning that battle day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, you believe that you're unstoppable because you're so disciplined. You can set your mind to any goal and achieve it. So it builds massive confidence. It's also great for stress management to have a routine. When there's a routine, there's consistency. Your body clock gets adjusted. You know exactly what you're doing when. It's like, okay, this is a block of time where I get my admin for the day done. Great. This is a block of time where I get my exercise done for the day. Brilliant. This is a block of time where I focus on my work, my business, and I go all out to deliver value and produce something good. This is a time of day where I sleep, relax, socialize, etc. So there's a calmness that comes with a routine. Calmness and motivation. Something which I remember reading quite a number of years ago is that motivation follows action, not the other way around. So when you find that courage to take some action, the motivation comes afterwards. And just like when you go on a roller coaster, you probably don't want to go on the roller coaster right before you actually go on it. There's a bit of resistance there, but when you've been on the roller coaster, you immediately want to go on it again and want to go on other rides. You catch that buzz after you've done it. It's the same with beating the inner resistance. The buzz and the energy comes afterwards. So the secret to infinite motivation is to keep yourself in a balanced place, but also take the action. Also repeatedly overcome that inner resistance, that fear, that blockage, which is holding you back. The motivation then just keeps on coming and you have momentum. And when you have so much momentum behind you, you keep on overcoming the inner resistance with greater and greater and greater ease. And I'm not saying that you get to a stage where there's never any anxiety, there's no pain or stress, and there's no times where you feel down, defeated, deflated, hopeless. There's still going to be those stressful, anxious times because that's part of the human experience. There's still going to be times where you have a crash when it comes to your mental health, times where you get triggered. But with experience, you learn to handle the challenges better. You're more prepared for them. And you're fine to weather and overcome the storms because you know that a hell of a lot of the time, you're going to be feeling pretty damn good. And that's what it's like with the coaching. I feel great most of the time, but of course, not all of the time. Of course, every single human goes through different challenges, whether it's anxiety about making sales, anxiety about health, anxiety about anything. We all go through these worries and anxieties. But when you have the routine and you learn to focus yourself in the right way, you're present for each part of the day, it really does make a big difference to handling and overcoming the anxiety. You learn to thrive rather than cope in life, and you really thrive in spite of the anxiety. So I really enjoyed both of my coaching sessions today with Gregory and Liam, and I've got a few coaching sessions coming up. I've got Gregory again tomorrow and a guy with mild autism on Monday. So there's constant coaching going on where I'm delivering value and helping my clients out. I also always growing as a coach. I always ask myself the question, how can I get better at helping these people out? How can I be a better coach and deliver more value more value. My current focus is mastering my own life and teaching people how I'm doing this, getting them to open up, build motivation, and stick to a routine that's going to get them results and transform their lives, teaching them communication skills, and ones that we're not taught in school, like boundaries with people, learning to walk away from interactions feeling empowered, learning to be more honest, more direct when you need to be direct, balance yourself out, and how to keep your mental health good. All these different things. And I always do my best to remove my own ego and push my own fears to one side so that it's more powerful coaching. So, as you can probably tell if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, I'm now making a push with more and more regular content. So at the start of my YouTube career, if you want to call it that, I was focused mainly on events, networking, in-person stuff. But I did some videos on the side, getting my experience in. Then I started to make more content for YouTube and other social media platforms as well. And then I was determined to learn to make content from a place of inspiration rather than fear. I used to be massively run by fear in the past. So when I could hear my inner demon saying, make more videos, more videos, I made less. Just to make sure that I had some breathing room for my own inner demons. And now I'm really getting back into the videos, and I found that sweet spot where I can make lots of content without burning out from the right place. The plan is to be making, let's say, at least 4 to 5 videos every single week, some long and some short, some live streams, and keep on going for the whole year and thereafter. So please feel free to send me any emails. I'm very much an interactive person. My email address is philmorrison678@gmail.com. So feel free to shoot me any emails with questions that you may have on the topics of reducing social anxiety, building confidence, improving communication skills, and building a positive lifestyle. Not a lifestyle where you're stuck in the house, isolated, and not speaking to anybody, but a lifestyle where you actually have friends, where you're actually going to the gym, you're confident in who you are, you're being yourself, you're feeling good, you're in a good place mentally. That kind of place. It's a different place to be in. And the version of me today is worlds apart from the version of me that existed in high school and college. So I've been on a bit of a crazy transformational journey for a long time, and it's great to I've come to this stage where I'm helping out other people and have been doing for a little while now. So I'm fully booked up for Feb, completely full coaching schedule, which is amazing. I do have availability for several slots in March, and I allocate 3 2-hour coaching sessions on a first come, first served basis. So to apply for a session, email me, philmorrison678@gmail.com. And if you're among the first few people to reply, I'll get back to you and tell you my available time slots for March. The sessions are over Zoom. They're online sessions. And I mentor you, I coach you on getting more confident, opening up, overcoming the fears that are holding you back so you can actually be yourself. I coach you on motivational topics, getting you to exercise, get your diet right, and make sure that you're making progress with your goals in life. So I offer those on a first come, first served basis. So feel free to shoot me an email. I'm now going to sign off this live stream and do an Instagram live stream for about 30 minutes as well. Enjoy the rest of your day.